We may not be pretty, but we're a hell of a lot better than the alternatives.
Maybe so.
He may be absolutely correct. You know, that sucks. Hi guys, very nice. I'm Ray.
I'm Gerard.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Julien.
Dude, the Psi Corps. Send telepath, and
I cannot wait for them just to start unloading.
I don't like the name.
Shoot
of
first,
the last
questions
episode.
later.
Yeah, I didn't like it either. Like barely anything happened.
It didn't do anything.
I thought someone was gonna die last night.
Yeah.
It gave me a lot of expectations, but it didn't deliver on
No,
what I
did
thought
not.
was going to happen. So
What's the name of this episode?
this is called Phoenix Rising.
Everybody dies, by the way. Phoenix Rising. Everybody
This
dies.
is Endgame. This is Endgame.
But
Lita's gonna go crazy here.
dude, there's way too many telepaths in Babylon 5, bro. It's just, and Bethel seems to be enjoying this way too much.
Oh yeah.
Way too much.
Oh yeah.
And he got a crew. Dude, that's a lot of guys. Got
Oh
50
yeah.
guys in there.
I like that. All P10s.
I was gonna say they're high level, right?
They had high level. The ball guys in the front, those guys are killing.
They're that black squad. What were they called? That was like a really secretive amount of a death squad for Psi Corps. I forgot what they're called. They have like a black skull on their ship.
Oh, well,
We saw them like a few times. They never really did
I don't
anything.
remember. I can't recall.
Oh well.
whatever.
But whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever.
Anyway, guys, let's check this out. This is Babylon 5, Season 5, Episode 11. Let's do this.
Ironheart went against them, right? Oh, there.
That's it.
Ah, they are.
There you go.
The Omegas.
There you go. That's what it was.
Black Omegas.
Out of nowhere, Talia.
A few words for those who've just arrived. Have been unwisely allowed to take up residence here. And the Alliance has agreed to respect the rights of each member world to control its own people. The rogues have engaged in unauthorized scans of several dozen ambassadors, intending to exchange those secrets for a home world of their own.
Which we must take.
They've divided into two groups. They have reportedly begun a hunger strike, which they believe will create sympathy for their cause, since it means that Group 1 is already contained,
Okay, Michael.
saving us the trouble. Also, the longer they continue their hunger strike, the less resistance we'll encounter when we go in after them.
This is the easiest political campaign you can do after this. You can say they started killing security.
The rest of Byron's followers have scattered throughout the station. Several of them broke into an armory last night, seizing an unknown number of PPG rifles and handguns.
There's no accounting in those weapons? They don't know how many was taken?
Fortunately, there seems to be little tactical coordination between the members of Group 2
There's no leader.
to bring down.
Oh, I guess he's mistaken.
We should expect some losses on their side. Core, his mother. Core, his father. We have to at least try to bring them in alive. The data packets you've received detail which part of the station you've been assigned to cover. I want the situation resolved by tomorrow morning. Dismissed.
I don't like the name Bloodhound units.
Yeah, really. Too much. Way too much he enjoys this.
I enjoy being good at what I do. And you should take some small pleasure in it as well. This is for your benefit, after all.
Is it really?
It's to protect normals from rogue telepaths. Every race to develop telepaths has had to find some way to control them, or extermination. We may not be pretty, but we're a hell of a lot better than the alternatives.
Maybe so.
He may be absolutely correct. You know, that sucks.
We shouldn't be run down like mad dogs.
You called me, remember? Now that we're here, we'll handle it our way. We just have to help them understand that.
Ooh.
I have a hunch that might be more difficult than you think, Mr. Bester.
Hey, just crucified his ass.
Just crucified his ass right there in the elevator.
At least they killed him first.
That'd be sucking if I have to go to the bathroom and take the elevator. Oh, damn it. You know, this guy's here. Not again.
I gotta report this.
The two mechanics come out and they're like, couldn't you have nailed him somewhere else? You got into the integral lining on this. Gotta replace the whole panel.
Dang it.
There are better places for a hanging.
Dude, It just seems so out of control right now. It just seems like everything Babylon 5 is about to just go nuts, you know, just so bad.
But again, these guys are making it so easy for a political campaign against them.
I just want to say, my way would have easily. None of this stuff would have been happening.
The only person who's not been making mistakes has been Lockley. I think everything she's been doing, she's been doing what she's been left to do. She hasn't done anything crazy or out of the ordinary. And
well, we haven't seen a lot of her either. That's why.
But I say, but every time we do see her, it's stuff that's like somebody else is doing, and she's in the background. True. Like she's never been in a position of, I'm gonna make this call, I'm gonna make that call. You know,
if they would have spaced him from the beginning, this would have never been an issue.
I mean, if they just shut off the AC and the air duct, would have.
You know what?
Issue.
Just cut off oxygen in that room.
But it may not be. It may not be section off like that. That might affect the whole floor. You know what I mean? And then
it's brown 5.
It's just the brown
it's
level.
brown 5.
Any news?
We just heard Byron wants to talk to us. He's on Channel 4.
Good. Maybe we can negotiate our way out of this.
Sorry to bother you.
Well, it's a little late to worry about that now.
Facts.
I let you form a colony here, gave you a place to stay.
The situation has gotten out of control. And so have my people. At least the ones out there. But you have to remove the Psi Corps first.
That's not gonna happen.
Yep.
As long as they're here, the violence will continue. I believe I can get them to back off if I talk to them directly. But if any of us try to leave here, we'll be arrested.
Yeah, he had his chance to control this.
Yep.
Byron never keeps his promises. Do you, Byron? You want us to leave so that you can get away. Not a chance, despite his liberal attitudes. Knows that you can't let killers get away.
No. There are other ways.
Byron. Yep.
Lita, you gotta go, Lita.
What did he mean, Byron? About you not keeping your promises?
Later. We have to go.
No, now.
Later.
Lita, let go.
No.
We were finally opening up a dialogue.
Only action. That's what I'm here for. To give you a progress report on our activity.
That's the kind of general you want. That is the kind of general you want. Not the greatest ambassador, though.
I'm not against Bester here. I mean, we called him.
There's something personal in this for him.
Speaking of personal grudges, that's what's got me worried. There's only one thing more dangerous than Mr. Garibaldi when he's loud. It's when he's dead silent.
It's gonna kill him? Oh, my, it'd be just funny.
Turn around. Very, very slowly.
Should kneecap him, at least.
Good to see you again. I was wondering how you were doing. Obviously haven't improved your manners.
I want you to go over to the Babcom unit.
They ever adapt the blade itself, I would love him as Glocta.
Bester?
Yeah.
To record. Touch record a second time to initiate recording.
I want you to dictate a full confession. I want you to tell the whole truth about it.
Under duress?
Oh, you mean the part about my conditioning you to turn against your friends?
Yeah, that's the one. Now hit the button and say it again.
Either way, doesn't he get immunity from everything that President Clark ordered?
This isn't a discussion, Bester.
Yes, I think.
You won't shoot.
Don't count on it. And there's nobody who loves you enough to even question it. I don't care if I go up for your murder or not. Not after what you did to me. I've thought about this for a long.
He recorded that.
And either you do what I say right now.
But my answer is still no. I guess you're just going to have to shoot me. Let me ask you something, Mr. Garibaldi.
Lost your card there.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how stupid do you think I am? Do you really think I'd let you run around knowing what you know and leave you free to kill me?
That's crazy.
I hit you with an Asimov.
Asimov. Yes.
He came up with a set of rules to prevent them from turning against mankind, and I found them useful myself from time to time. Before we finished adjusting,
So there's a kill switch.
I made sure we planted Asimov's 2 most important rules.
Never kill your creator.
You cannot harm me directly. Or, through inaction, I put the block in the part of your brain that controls the neural system. Same way I can say, I want to raise this hand, but it won't lift up until I send the impulse. But I left your rage intact. Call it dramatic irony.
This guy's evil, bro. This guy is so bad. And I love him for it.
Stay in chat, Mr. Garibaldi, but I just have so much work to do. Oh, be sure and...
Yeah, I don't think you can do it, buddy.
You know who would do it for him? Zach would do it for him. Talk to your boy, Zach.
I tried to teach them. To show them that there is another way than violence.
I'm gonna be honest, I really couldn't care for Byron.
We can't hope for something better. Something nobler, at least something kinder.
What did Bester mean about you not keeping your promises?
Later.
He's my father.
It was almost as if this were something personal to him.
Very personal.
He's the one that killed his wife.
Were they gay?
You shouldn't ask questions that will lead to answers you don't want
It's hard to resist that long hair.
Byron, I want to hear it.
He tickled my pickle
Whatever it is.
for a nickel.
Do you know my rating as a telepath? I'm a strong P12.
Holy shit.
All P12s are automatically designated. You were a psychop?
Not just a psychop. He was training me to be just like him. We gotten word about a covert operation smuggling telepaths into some of the outer colonies, where it would be harder for us to find them. They did as they were told.
And we still shot.
Choice.
Omega 7 to Omega 1. Blips are clear. All clear. We can head back now.
Not yet, Omega 7.
All right. I'll arrange for them to be escorted to...
Negative, Omega 7.
They're unarmed. We can't just...
Prepare to fire, Omega 7. I gave you an order, Byron. Execute the order or face the consequences. You wanted to run with the big boys? Now you have to show that you're up to it.
Knew he wanted me blooded, just like him. I knew they would kill me if I didn't do as I was told. After all, they were just mundanes. I tried to file a report on what had happened. But nobody wanted to know. Without violence, without preying on our own kind or letting others prey on us, I gave them direction, organization, strength. Now look where I brought them in return.
That doesn't explain the animosity, though. Animosity?
Animosity?
That thing.
They cut off the other hall. We can't go back the way we came. Reinforcements? We need to fall back. Consolidate our
fight the Highlander way.
Buy a little insurance. They may not value our lives, but...
You know what else he looks like? Grimmer Worm Tongue.
He does.
And I think I know where we can get some. All right, everybody, fall out!
There can only be one.
Watch it.
Doc, what do you know about neural blocks?
Imagine he gets removed.
Chemical, telepathic, biomechanical?
Telepathic. Are there any drugs that overcome a telepathic block?
Damn, Garibaldi.
Jerry. They're crossing the line here by taking control of the hospital.
That's enough. We need them alive.
Big mistake.
Yeah, they lost all of their leverage.
This
is Garibaldi. He works for the president. And we have the main doctor, too. And the captain on the line. Tell them we now have hostages, and if we don't get what we want, they're all dead. Starting with you. You.
Well, you're going to have to let Bester loose.
We will begin killing the hostages, starting with Garibaldi. We demand the release...
Franklin...
Safe passage off Babylon 5 to neutral territory, and the commencement of negotiations. 2 hours to comply, or we will begin the executions.
They're only mundanes.
They're only mundanes.
Not to mundanes, not to our people, and by God, I won't let it happen in my name. Can you get me there?
Byron, we sealed ourselves off in here.
Ways too small for them to bother with. Ways that fell between the cracks. Air ducts, maintenance halls, a crawl space, anything.
I know it hurts, Peter, but we need you. Byron needs you. Thomas needs you. We all need you.
You can take that man out of here. He's not well enough to move. Now, his injury...
Holy... He went for a headshot.
His injuries will be far less than yours or theirs if you try to interfere with us again. We'll kill 5 at a time instead of just 1. Get him out of here.
Wouldn't it be easy to just make them forget how to use their arms?
I can't kill, but nobody said anything about you. You hurt these people.
We've got movement.
Could be trouble.
That's what Michael was talking about earlier, by the way.
But not everybody has it. Only he has it, apparently.
It's pots and pans.
Dude, you can go through that, bro.
Are you kidding me?
Very good.
Y'all got no grenades?
Remember, Peter, nobody gets by.
No one.
He's not gonna make it.
He's gonna die.
He's gonna die.
Bam, bam.
And maybe we could have avoided this if we'd opened negotiations.
You can talk to me. Everyone talks to me. People like talking to me.
No, they don't.
But you can't talk to them. They can't be trusted.
And if Garibaldi is killed?
Zach gets his room.
Oh my god. He's so cold-blooded for real.
Yikes.
Confirms that I still have jurisdiction over the situation. So,
just adjusting.
Is that true? Have you heard back from President Lutsenko? Yeah, Garibaldi has less than 2 hours left.
I know. Do we? Do we want to negotiate with terrorists?
This is all your fault, Mr. President. I mean, it really is.
It really is. Should have spaced him when I told him to. Never had this issue. Best to be dead by now. If it was up to me. Oops. Blown up ship.
What the hell is she doing?
Trying to find a pathway.
What level she is? Is she in?
She's like 1,000,000, bro.
I think it was like 13 or 14, they said.
There's no way. She's gotta be higher than that.
Probably.
She is a 15.
Like she's so strong. Like she might be able to kill Kratos.
This one. This will do it.
That's a heating duct. They just burn up alive inside.
Time's almost up.
He must use the Omega-13.
But Byron, how did you get through?
I don't have time. Are they still in there?
Yes. I've always tried to do the right thing, Byron. Always.
If you were trying to do the right thing, you should have stood with Byron and not left.
He got injured. I don't think he left. I think he was already in the hospital.
He was in the hospital, pa.
Shit, anyway.
Go back. We can talk to the others. What kind of sympathy are you going to get by killing innocent people in cold blood? I can work with you. I can get you out of this, but you've got to work with me.
Unblock me.
3 hostages.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were going to say.
I have consulted with Captain Lockley, and we've reached a decision regarding the current...
This is the foreshadowing that we got him before.
...of the Interstellar Alliance or this station. If we open that door even once, we will never be able to close it again. Surrender, or we will use lethal force to bring you down.
I remember the scene.
You have 10 minutes.
Remember the scene as well.
Yeah, this was like a foreshadowing.
Look, we can...
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all.
It's almost 10 minutes. Why don't they answer? Garibaldi has been here longer than anyone else in the command structure. Despite a history of alcohol abuse, despite being shot, he has survived 5 years in this place.
Yeah, I would have left after the first stabbing. That is plays for me.
If I am responsible for changing that, if he... I don't know that I can live with myself, Captain.
There was nothing else you could do.
We need Byron and this guy to go to Boyado.
Yeah, well, it's a great epitaph, but it is a lousy thing to do to a friend.
We've got a response coming in from the telepaths in MedLab.
How did you...
How doesn't matter. The immediate situation has been resolved. I want to gather all my people together in down below. Talk to them. Bring this to a peaceful end. After we've had some time together, I and those directly responsible for the recent violence will surrender.
What's the condition?
I want your personal guarantee that the rest of my people... And we will only surrender to you, not the Psi Corps. They can't be any part in this, otherwise those responsible for the violence will surrender, and the innocent will leave.
How do we know that everyone responsible for the violence will surrender?
You'll have everything you need to be sure that they won't get away.
We'll program it to take your people back to ground level, but nowhere else. Those responsible for the violence will remain in custody.
How are they able to back off Bester's people? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, he brought a crew.
Yeah.
He brought a squad.
Probably by a precedent order.
We get those responsible.
And the rest get away.
The violence was directed against station personnel. Because of that, we asked EarthGov to transfer jurisdiction.
Byron will be surrendering with the rest.
To you, not to us.
Then you're going to have to go through channels back home. Sorry. It's the way it has to be.
We'll see.
Is he gonna get Garibaldi against them?
Byron gave this to one of my guys to give to you. They can't get up the station without him. These are the signed confessions of everyone involved.
This is over. Now, if you've got a problem with that, take it up with EarthGov.
I don't think he's gonna leave here.
Yeah, this is the second time that he's getting skunked.
He's not leaving like this.
Yeah, definitely not.
This is where Byron dies.
Man, it feels like Bester is that one Greek myth about the guy rolling up the boulder up the hill.
Atlas.
Yeah.
Atlas.
No,
Yeah.
no, Atlas holds up the world.
Prometheus?
No.
Bro, I don't know if... You know what?
Ew.
Let me stay quiet.
He's gonna materialize right through it. Show his real power.
He uses the speed force to go right through it.
I don't think he's leaving this ship without...
That's the first time we've seen his bare hand.
It's actually scary. It should have been bony. It should have been like a whole bony hand just touching that.
Byron. Byron. You hear me, don't you?
Yes.
We were close, if not necessarily friends. We both acted hastily. We both acted badly. Don't talk to strangers.
No, I imagine you don't want them to know what you did.
I'm not thrilled about the idea, no. But that aside...
Then we should go, quickly. While we still can.
We still have a lot of time in this episode.
I know, man. That's what I'm saying. We got at least 10 minutes. And someone is getting killed. There's no way he's messing them off like this. Yep.
We have a job to do and we're going to do it. Make sure they understand. We're not leaving here without Byron.
Think of that. I think Bester has enough. He may not have enough juice that if he does this, he may not get in trouble. It'll be a slap on the wrist for him.
Mm-hmm.
We're here. We will surrender peacefully.
And we will keep ours.
I can test this transfer. What's he doing here?
I don't know.
No, I said go back with them. I want you to go back with them.
That's what he wanted. That's exactly what he wanted. Was that fuel?
That's gonna be a fire.
Not gonna lie, I thought that was gonna open the hangar.
Phoenix Rising. The fire.
Didn't have to end like this.
It still doesn't.
We are no longer who we were. We are what we have become.
Byron, don't do this.
Yes, and so are you. Remember that. I said there would come a time when you would have to walk away.
What are we waiting for, guys?
If you stay, they win. It'll be the end of everything I've worked for.
What are you guys waiting for? Just shoot them.
And Lita?
Yeah.
How can I leave you?
I'm already gone.
Or Bester. Really, that's an accident.
Not for the others. They are my life's work and my redemption for sins past. You cannot save my life.
He's crying. The pussy.
I called you my willow. Now I need you to be strong for me one last time. Don't look back.
It's my boy Zach's turn now.
And we will all come to...
Then she start shooting right now. Before we get to the second verse.
A better place than this.
So they're all gonna kill themselves?
Yay!
I can't get what JC said earlier. That
Timu?
Yeah. He's a Timu version of Marcus.
You satisfied, Mr. Bester?
Yeah, he is.
In spite of it all, I always thought, at the end of the day, They just needed someone to explain it to them.
Us. The mundanes.
Not like this. I don't understand.
But you instigated this.
Yep.
I truly don't.
That can't be real, right? Like he's pretending here. There's no way he really feels this way.
It's a hit or a miss with Bester.
Well, I'm looking for Garibaldi, and since he's never far from trouble, I figured he might be around here. Well, it may be nothing, but I got a chance to watch him while we were stuck in Med Lab. Now, he asked me something, some kind of... I mean, I've seen him in a lot of moods, but never like that one. Hope he doesn't do anything stupid.
Are you ready?
Wait, just a minute. Byron sent me his memories of safe houses.
Aren't you saying that right in front of a Psi Cop?
Oh, say really?
Yep.
I've arranged for each of you to be met and escorted into safety. And then, tomorrow, we begin again.
We begin again?
Remember Byron.
Oh, she's gonna carry the torch?
I wouldn't let this shit happen if I was...
Do you have to remember Byron?
Michael would already be behind Lita, just like...
Right behind the ear?
What are we remembering them for?
Being a psychopathic terrorist?
Mars rockets ahead by 5 games in the interplanetary standings. To be any team on the horizon who can threaten their position. In other break...
Did he buy alcohol?
ASN has just learned that the main headquarters for the Psi Corps was bombed. Clues found at the scene were the words, "Remember Byron."
Oh boy.
More after this.
So is he drinking again?
Yep, he sure is.
By the only way.
Well, because he wants to kill this guy. He's being inhibited. That's a big problem. Dude, think about being in his shoes right now. Who wouldn't be drinking?
Nah, I get it.
Doing other things probably too.
It's just more of the fact that, like, you know, he's been sober, you know?
Well, we should probably have a drink with him. Too bad I didn't have a bottle of whiskey to take a shot with him.
Better say that gulp was probably, like, refreshing.
We gotta get Bavari.
We have to make it. All right. Wow. Well,
that was a whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nothing?
We knew he was gonna die. We knew he was gonna die.
This was no consequence on the story. It was.
You guys are out of your fucking minds.
It was just meh.
You guys are so out of your mind. I think you guys are jaded.
I really didn't care about Byron's.
I don't care about Byron.
story.
At the end, it fell apart. But you don't think this whole telepath story is important?
It is. It's just like there's so many other better ways to like
tell it.
To tell it, yeah.
I'm telling you, easy path. That's it. So far, it's predictable.
So you're having trouble.
Like at the end, oh yeah, we're just gonna kill ourselves
and sing a song, Kumbaya.
For my biggest issue is just that compared to all of the other seasons where for some, like, we would try.
But we can't do that every episode, guys. We can't be like this every episode. We think, oh, compared to the other seasons. If we're going to do that, then the whole season's going to be garbage.
No, I think it already.
I mean, we can stop it right now and stop reacting altogether for this, if that's the case.
Nah, it's just.
I mean, we got to give it credit where the credit's at. And you guys just think.
Where's the credit?
But this is
you don't think Lita right now picking up the torches wasn't important to what's happening? Let alone.
Oh, it was important, but.
No. You didn't say that. You said adding to the story. You said this episode, both of you guys said that. This episode did not add to the story. The fact that Lita's picking up the torch, the fact that they already bombed Psi Corps, that's 2 major events that take place towards the end of this. The fact that we got there the way we got there may not be the greatest way, but we got there.
My feedback was towards the story alone. I don't like it. I don't like the story. It just doesn't, like, there's so many other better ways that we could have done this. Like,
go about it.
Why, at the end, Byron, like, okay, I'm just going to be a martyr.
Listen, Byron from the get-go, and I liked his ideas, but as a leader, all his decisions were garbage. So
that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
but the fact that he went out like this, it plays the part that he's been making these decisions from the get-go.
Yeah, and that's what I'm. That's
so
what I
he's
mean.
not. But now he's gone.
Now he's gone.
And he implanted his thoughts of what he wanted.
Into Lita.
Into Lita, who Lita now is sympathetic to the cause.
I think Lita was sympathetic to the cause since the beginning.
Not as much as this part was. She didn't think about, having your own place, your own world, your own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To her, she's still part of Psi Corps. It's all thing.
Yeah, but why kill yourself at the end? Because towards the end,
but that's Byron.
No, that's why, I'm just upset at that. I'm not upset at the story. Okay. I never said he said the story. I'm not. I'm just upset at this part. Like it's like.
I think first of all, we know Bester. I think if I was gonna be handed a Bester, I'd probably kill myself too. All right. I mean, think about what Bester's gonna do to you, and I don't know if he's holding a grudge upon something. He has a heart on for this guy, right? So honestly, there's no way that those guys and Byron were gonna
It just seems
be all peachy and anything like that. They were gonna be tortured.
It just seems very repetitive. For example, the first part when Bester was there, it was like, oh, I'm kind of on Bester's side from what's the captain's name now? Forgot her name.
Lockley.
Lockley's side. And now, then at the end, they're like, oh no, you can't do this, you can't do that. They put restrictions on them trying to get the what's it called, the site path, whatever the paths, whatever. Telepath. I'm so angry. No. It gets me angry because then at the end, you call him, you want him to fix it, you know what his solution is gonna be, and then oh no, I don't want it that way. Instead. Let's go back and dude,
this was always gonna happen. Like we knew this was gonna happen. The result of this, the way it ended, we knew this was gonna happen.
I just wish it would have been a little better. I wish it would have been a little bit more from Byron. I'm just upset.
I'm just saying, what would you see?
What I would have loved
I'm not knocking you. I want to know what you thought.
At the end, this is what I would have loved to see. Right? Okay, this happened. I would have loved for Byron to I don't know, grow some balls, fight something. I don't know, do something. Show me a skill that that you learned. I thought some P12 shit. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna show how he's now a telepath as well. Throw his liquid at this guy, and maybe we have an epic battle, or even somehow him and Bester end up on the same side because they both want the same thing for the telepaths. It seemed almost like
no, Bester, not at all. I don't think Bester at all wants the same thing. He wants one thing only, and that's the Psi Corps. He definitely don't want a planet full of telepaths somewhere else.
No, but he wants telepaths to be like the shit. He doesn't like mundanes, like the ruling body. I would have loved to see how they could have potentially came together, kind of throw us for a loop a little bit, because again, they might not want the exact same thing, but they kind of do want the same thing of we just want something for the telepaths. Now, Bester's on the extreme side of things where he's I don't want even mundanes to be a part of it. But they can both go along the same path up until a certain point where they're going to have to split. They could be an aid to each other. I wish Lita would have shown a little bit more too. Maybe Lita
Lita for sure.
Lita at the end let me see your true powers. You know what I mean? Screw that. I understand that you want me to do this, but if you truly love someone, this is okay, and I might be jaded on this, but I'm gonna die for them. You know what I mean? Towards the end, if Marty was oh, let's die for this cause, baby, we dying for this cause. We dying for this cause. And if I know I'm capably able to do something,
I really do agree with you on the point with Lita. I think Lita could have done a lot more.
Yeah.
In a way that could have been. I think she could have mediated all this.
Yes.
And she did not.
She could have. Yeah.
It's almost like she was on the sideline, and she's a main character.
No, she bought everything that Byron had to offer.
Yeah,
she's got caught a hook and sinker. She took it all.
Yeah,
to the point now that she's carrying the resistance. But I do think that it didn't have to end the way it ended. Had she stepped up, and she didn't. Now I'm not crazy about. It felt realistic that Bester saw finally that he had no other option. That he did what he did. Bester. That he came back, he wanted these guys.
Yeah, that felt real. That felt Bester.
That felt real. That he came down and he wanted to disrupt this. That
felt Bester. Move. That was a Bester move. Yes, for sure.
About Byron killing himself. To be honest with you, I don't think we know enough about Byron to say that he would or wouldn't have done what he did. But I think it probably would have. For the cause, it was the best thing to do. For the cause.
I'm from the beginning. I said he's a martyr. He's a martyr. He's just gonna be a martyr.
I mean, he's walking around looking like Jesus. I mean, we said that from the get-go and whatnot, and we kind of saw that happening. But I don't think the episode was like wasted. I think the episode had an importance to it. I think the movie, the story.
I just disliked it. That's what it is.
You dislike Byron.
I just disliked. I do dislike Byron. I do dislike Byron because from the beginning. Okay, let me tell you, Byron was presented like.
Hold on, before you continue, I don't think it's a reflection of the actor. The actor's really good.
I don't think so either.
His story, his character, you know what I mean, his lines.
So let me tell you something. From the beginning, I was thinking because Byron was talking like he's hot shit. From the beginning, I was like, okay, Byron's gonna be a threat. Byron's gonna be something, right? Even when the soldier came by and he was like, Jedi mind tricked his ass to keep on moving.
Well, that's nothing. Why couldn't he do that now?
Exactly.
If he did that when they were being boarded by a couple episodes ago.
Exactly.
And the guy came in to shoot him, and he was like,
exactly.
Did that Jedi?
That's what I mean.
He didn't do that now.
He didn't do that. Like it doesn't have to be violent. Like he's like, oh, I don't want to resort to violent. Motherfucker, you can control someone's thoughts. You can just decide for them not to be violent. Literally, just go, keep on moving. That's it. Skedaddle.
Or his people.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like it's like, oh man, I don't get it.
He could have also Jedi mind trick everybody to give them a home world.
But that's not him though, because remember he wanted to be of their free will. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Listen,
but if you're gonna go to the extreme of like
shooting people,
demanding people, you already know it's at an extreme level. Might as well like, hey, extreme circumstances.
Well, the
require
only
extreme
person
measures.
he shot was his own people.
I know. I'm saying though, like if you already know this is already getting out of hand, you're gonna have to step up somewhere. And I don't know. I just felt like it.
I agree with that. I think the moment when his group was like, we're gonna go fight whatever, and he's like, well, I'm gonna stay here. I'm not doing that. He should not have done that. He should not have turtled.
No.
At that moment when he should have been involved and said, stop, this is not happening.
Drop that.
It's the same exact thing Gerard went through when they wanted to uprise against Gerard.
Yeah.
Like,
He
you
fought.
guys learn from this. And he fought that guy one-on-one and took control. He failed in that part, you know? So, again, it brings me back to a point where I think his message is good. His leadership
ruined
was found
everything.
lacking.
Yep.
I just wonder where it's gonna go from here. Like I hope my hope and prayer is that this Psi Corps thing now, or this psychic thing now, continues and becomes actually something. I hope it doesn't end off here.
I think I don't think it'll end up here. I don't think it'll end here because if anything, is the biggest threat other than what's going on over there in Centauri Prime. And it to be different from the other seasons, it's gonna have to be more of the telepath thing. I find the telepath thing quite interesting because it's scary. In many ways, it's quite scary in its own way. You know, so you're dealing with an army of telepaths, or at this level, that level, these people. Right? So I do like this story, this part of it. Byron, again, my biggest issue is Byron's leadership. That's it. I think his message was important. I think the fact that the telepaths needed a place, they've been used, they've been abused their whole lives. They're going to be abused now under Besser's power, you know? So now, though, the problem is, it's going to be continuing because they just blew up Psi Corps. They're not going to let that slide.
Another thing that, like, kind of annoyed me is it doesn't make sense why Bester hates Byron. It doesn't make sense.
I think there's more to for that reason. The blowing up a ship. That's not.
You know what I would. You know what I loved. I would have loved if somehow they would have linked that Byron and him were actual family, like blood related. Because that's what I thought. I was like, oh shit, like because he's like, oh family. I'm like, oh shit, they're family. Like,
yeah, I would have felt that was. I would have felt that was campy. I'm not gonna lie to you if they did that. I would have at least hoped that they connected him, the two of them, by Byron knowing Bester's secret girlfriend thing, and doing something with that.
Trying to expose him so then he can get kicked out of Psi Corps or something.
Yeah, well, like Bester wanted his freedom a while ago with his girlfriend, and Byron was the active factor that said no. And now Byron is being like a hypocrite and trying to get his own freedom for his own people. That would have made a better hate story than what.
But it turns out that the only reason he's really hating him is because of pride. He was my protege, and he turned against me. Like that's the only real reason why he's angry, and it's not enough of a reason to be this angry.
Yeah.
Now
it doesn't hold it to wait.
And then let me tell you the other big fundamental issue that I have with this whole telepath shit. When did they use their telepath's powers other than like throwing some shit around? Which was
that
like,
one guy.
Like, legitimately, right? Like, if I'm thinking, if I'm one of the guys that are revolting, right? and like the guys who like ran away from Byron were like, no, let's do our own shit, right? There was a while before the Psi Corps actually got there. It wasn't like immediately that the Psi
It was a
Corps
couple
got
days.
there.
It was like one or two.
Yeah. Like, I would think they would get a little bit farther, right? Like, a little bit farther.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, we're just on the run. We're going to kill a few people. Like, you can get a little bit farther if you're a telepath, right? Why are we... I get the gun part. I get all that stuff, right?
But why attack on Babylon 5?
But why attack on Babylon 5?
Babylon 5 is stupid. That's a dumb idea to be doing what they did on Babylon 5.
Exactly.
If they were on Earth doing this, or on Mars and all that, you got plenty. You got safe houses.
Yeah,
you got underground places you can hide them. Where are you gonna go?
Even that case, they really chose dumb hostages. Like they could have, if there was a whole food section, like the farming area of Babylon 5. Take that on lockdown. You know how
not the hospital.
You know how immediate that would be? That would be like, guys, we got to take care of this.
It's also
now.
bigger. It's also bigger, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I think logistics. Logistics were not great. Also, like, use the people's sentiment for this. Like, tell them, like, you went the way of force, which is okay, right? Like that's messed up that you did that, but also tell people like why you're doing this.
They could have taken it over CNC. If they took it over CNC,
like
that would have been
if they were somehow to get a comm channel and we're like, listen, we had to do this because this is how we were created and this is how we're being treated. We need other people's help, right? It's like, yeah, there's gonna be some people like, damn, yeah, they did kill one or two people, but like, bro,
Lita could have done that.
That's what I was saying.
She could have been a great
She
representative for that.
She wouldn't have even needed a comm link. She could have just done what she did during the Shadow War and blast it.
If anything, they owe Lita like favors of the Yahoo after all the things she's done. She could have cashed in some chips here.
She could have.
This was just a really poor
representation of what could have happened.
Well, let's see what happens. Because this is definitely going to have consequences. We need to find out how the consequences are held at this point. Because whatever happened. This happened. We
Also,
got to accept it for what it is.
Another thing, Bester's like new changed viewpoint of what Byron did made no sense to me.
I don't like the way
it was so non-consequential.
Okay. There are two people in this series, this season, who I think have had some fundamental changes to them. One is Sheridan. Mm-hmm. He's not the Sheridan we know before. Mm-hmm. He seems very different from what we've done before. And Bester at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, I really felt that Bester lost his cool. He's usually cool and collected. And he really lost his control over this. And if that's the case, he felt like this because this guy was his protege, or because he shot the ship. He gave him the order. He followed the orders and did what he did.
Yeah.
You know? So this level of like, I'm going to get you. I didn't see it. I don't see the reason why he had to be at level 10 for what he's doing.
I also don't get like the change of heart that
at the end
Bester got for after Byron died. It made no sense.
I gotta believe that was fake. I gotta feel. I believe that. I have to feel that was just sell it just to Sheridan.
If it's not, honestly, I'm gonna be pissed off.
I don't because we know him.
It's a mix of writing. If that's the case,
we know the things that he's done. That he can care less about.
His change of heart earlier in the series, when it was something more consequential happened that was really big, and he had this change of heart. That's when I would understand this big. Oh, I have a new outlook on life. Not this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
This episode really pissed me off.
See, I didn't feel pissed off by it. I really felt they moved stuff around. I really think that Byron had to die the way he died for the cause, right? I think he knew he was gonna die.
Yeah.
At this point, he knew he was gonna die. Might as well go out my way.
It's foreshadowed.
You know?
I also get what you're saying too, because when he shot the first person, that's when we saw like his character die, and you could see it in his face. Yeah, you could see that he
died inside when he did that. So,
but I didn't care enough. I had no care. I was like, you shot a guy? Okay, great.
I'll do the caring. So far, I'm okay. I'm okay with what's going on in the story. Again, those two changes I do believe are bothering me with Sheridan. And because Sheridan seems to be like, he seems to be very unreasonable, and he's rash. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's always been rash in many things, but in this case, he seems to be more rash than before. The way things are setting up, by the way, I have a prediction, though. The way things are happening right now, I got a feeling that Garibaldi is going to kill Bester this season. You know, because He's gonna. The guy unlocks many things. He's gonna find a way to unlock that.
That is what I was waiting for at the end. I'm like, I want to see Garibaldi kill this guy.
I think they might take out each other.
They're gonna kill him. That's gonna happen. I feel it's gonna happen this season. If it doesn't happen, I mean, I don't want him to die, but it seems that that's what's gonna happen. We've been looking at, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, that was episode 11. Oh, 11? Yep. Phoenix Rising. I didn't see any Phoenix Rising at this point. If anything, they burned down.
I don't see any Phoenix Rising.
You know?
I guess they were right about one thing. Byron did cook.
Oh my god.
He was cooking. He came out crispy.
Yep.
All right.
Well done.
Well, guys, you like what we're doing, hit the like button, subscribe button, guys. That was episode 11. We are here. We have, again, continuing opposing views on what we're watching here.
Very opposing views.
Still love the show. The show have not, to me, it's not tanking. The show's not tanking to me, you know. You give me the eyebrow. Michael might feel the other way around, but
I definitely do. Caliber is going down.
Listen, again, this show is a casualty of CEOs and networks, you know. But with that said, I still like what we're doing. I still think that, you know, he's doing his best in terms of writing with what he had, and definitely not as clean as what we've seen in other episodes. Yeah. But with that said, guys, again, you know, hit the like button, subscribe button. This episode will be available on our Patreon for a little $3 a month unedited. You'll find the link in the description below. And on our Patreon, you will find all other shows that we've done before, and all of Babylon 5, you'll be able to watch it unedited, again, for a little $3 a month. We also have a store where we sell merchandise. We sell hats and hoodies and hats and all that good stuff. We have some new designs, guys. And by the way, there's a 20% sale going on right now, so check it out. Guys, listen, we appreciate you hanging out. We are Iron Knights. I'm Ray.
I'm Gerard.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Julian.
Guys, we'll see you soon.
Stay safe,
everyone. Take care.